Hey everyone, this is another video by me about my top 10 favourite Pokemon prior to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, since the games haven't come out yet and haven't had a chance to play around with any of the Pokemon in that game. Now I do pose a question to you: which icon would you prefer I use for videos like these, top 10s and such? The icon on the right I did make it myself, and then the icon on the left I use for YouTube and some of my social media. So I like them both as much. Say in the comments which one you'd rather I use, and I will use it. Now, for starters, this video does contain minor spoilers towards Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It does show some photos of some of the new features in that game. So if you are spoiler sensitive, you have been warned, I'm afraid. Now, this video was helped along by dragonflycave.com and the favourite Pokemon picker feature, which I used to get my top 15 favourite Pokemon and then narrow it down to 10. So thanks to them, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I use that to help inspire this video. Now, honourable mentions, LGM, I really do like LGM, I really like Space Pokemon, I really like Deoxys, I really love Deoxys actually, almost as much as LGM. But all the Pokemon in the honourable mentions just missed out on this list, unfortunately. Next we have Shedinja. I really love Shedinja. I really love Ghost types especially. I really love Wonder Guard. I really like the one-hit wonder that is Shedinja. Next up, Ampharos. Now, Ampharos in my original Soul Silver game I got to almost level 90, and it was, you know, my main Pokemon in that game since I caught him a week before the Flying Type gym. Always best to do that if you have trouble with it. But I don't really like its Mega, unfortunately. I get that it evolves from sheep and stuff, but I mean, it is very, very majestic, but unfortunately did just miss out. Next, Togekiss. I really do like Togekiss, and I really like it to use it competitively. Unfortunately, I feel it is overshined by its pre-evolutions a bit, especially since it came in Generation 4 while the others came in Generation 2, and Togepi is a lot of people's favourite quote-unquote Gen 1 anime Pokemon. It came in Gen 2, people, come on. Then Absol, I do really like Absol, and my first ever Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Mist Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, where it was treated very much like a legendary. And I also really do like its Mega. I think Magic Bounce is an amazing ability for it. I just really haven't ever used Absol, so I haven't really got to know it outside of the Mystery Dungeon game. And so unfortunately these Pokemon do miss out. And now, the Mew and Mewtwo honourable mentions. I do really love Mew and Mewtwo. I do like Mega Mewtwo X over Mega Mewtwo Y, and Mew is very good all around. It's really nice to have a Pokemon which can learn every single TM in the game. And also Rayquaza, everyone likes Rayquaza. The Mega is a bit controversial on how strong it should have been. I don't like in Sun Moon its Delta Stream. I think that looks very, very dirty on the screen. But I do still like Rayquaza and Mega Quaza. I do like them both. So, on to my top 10 favourite Pokemon. Okay, number 10. Lumineon. Now, what's odd about this is that I bought both Diamond and Platinum for my brother, and they were both pre-owned. And this means that they were owned by the people and they already had Pokemon teams on them. So what I did is I erased Pokemon Diamond, and then I might have traded a few Pokemon from the pre-owned Platinum game into my new Diamond game, including Infernape and Lumineon. It was very good, and I don't really like Finneon all that much, which is why it's so low on the list, but I did use Lumineon throughout my entire game. It was my hardest level Pokemon. I didn't get to level 100, but oh well. I only played through Diamond once, and these Pokemon are still there. So that's number 10 on the list. Next up we have number 9. We have Togetic. Now, I get that Togekiss was in the honorable mentions, and in that I think I said that I did like Togetic, and it is very cool. Obviously Togekiss, cool as well, but and I wish they had better shinies though. It is just the same Pokemon, just the red and blue shapes switched. But yeah, I just wish its shinies were a bit more special. But I do really like Togetic. Now then, number 8 on the list, we have Typhlosion. Now, why doesn't Typhlosion? Okay. Now, number 8 on the list is Typhlosion. Now, I do really like Typhlosion. I really like its simplistic design. I really like Generation 2 starters. Since my first proper Pokemon game was Soul Silver, I did choose Typhlosion a lot. I did choose Chikorita a bit as well. I never ever chose Totodile actually. But yeah, I do really like Typhlosion. I also like its do really like its Generation 2 sprites. I also like its Gen 2 shinies. I thought they were really good with purple flames around the neck. Unfortunately, its shiny did get changed a bit later on, which is why it is so low on the list. And I haven't ever really used it competitively. It is apparently really good competitively with Choice Scarf Eruption, Flash Fire Eruption as well, but unfortunately does just miss out. Okay, so number 7 on the list is Zoroark. Now, I don't think there's a person alive who doesn't like Zoroark. It's a very, very cool Pokemon. I really like the shiny it has. I think it's really, really amazing. I've used it a lot. It even got its own movie. I mean, any self-respecting cool Pokemon should get its own movie. Lucario did. Zoroark did. It's just a thing that happens. I also do really love the illusion ability. It's a very, very unique ability, and it makes Zoroark even more memorable than it already is, being one of the coolest designs I think really ever. But the other Pokemon on the list are, you know, still pretty good designs, but they have more memorability to it. Zoroark, I don't really feel I've had much of a connection with, other than using it a couple times competitively. But yeah, that's why Zoroark is really, really cool, I think. And now, number 6 on the list. We have Moltres. Now, anyone who knows me will know that I like my fire flying types. They're just very, very cool. And again, from the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, Moltres was one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. Actually, no, in the story, not in the entire game. There's definitely harder bosses in the game. Mewtwo for one. But yeah, part of the story, Moltres was very, very difficult. Even if you had a Water type or Pikachu as your team member, as yourself, it was very difficult to defeat Moltres. Often, you just stay in that one dungeon, grinding up the last 3 floors over and over again, hoping to get lucky, land a few extra crits, or level up a few more times just to get more damage, just to defeat Moltres, just to advance the story. And when I did recruit Moltres to my team one time, it was the highest level Pokemon I'd gotten in that save file, being level 96. I didn't get it to level 100, unfortunately. But, I mean, Moltres is cool enough to get its own logo for Team Valor in Pokemon Go. I'm not a fan of Pokemon Go, really, but, I mean, there's a reason it's Moltres, other than the fact that it's part of the trio, but shush. Now, number 5. We have Xurkitree, the coolest nickname ever. And being one of the Ultra Beasts, I feel like it's really cool Pokemon. I think it is the coolest Ultra Beast so far. I don't quite know about the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Ultra Beasts quite yet, but it is my favourite of the Sun and Moon Ultra Beasts. And I really like its art, and I think that the Ultra Dimension for Xurkitree in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon looks really cool. I really like how some of the pathways look like its arms, and I like how in the distance you can see what actually do look like Christmas trees that are shaped like Xurkitree, and if not they are just Xurkitree, but they do look more like Christmas trees to me, which is ironic, because, you know, Xurkitree being Xurkitree looks very much like a electric Christmas tree. Now, number 4 on the list, we have Lugia. Oh boy, how do I start with Lugia? Soul Silver being my very first main series Pokemon game means that Lugia was a big part of my childhood until I got Diamond, but I really do like it. Now, one of the odd things about Lugia is its typing. Psychic Flying. Being the Guardian of the Sea, I don't really think Psychic Flying makes too much sense. Not as much sense as Flying Water, but Psychic Flying makes it a lot better, I'd say. And yeah, Soul Silver and Heart Gold are really good games. I like how you can catch both legendaries in both. That was a great thing, and Pokemon Following You has been an icon of those games, and it's why it's kept being so special up until now. The only issue I do have with Lugia is its Soul Silver in Party or in Box sprite, which looks very stupid and derpy. But other than that, I absolutely love this Pokemon, and it's one of my favourite legendaries ever. Now, number 3. We should have Necrozma. Now, definitely my favourite psychic type ever. And I mean, it's getting its own sequel games. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It gets 2 new forms, which I really like. I really like the Dawn Wings form, as it's known, the Lunala looking one. That is going to be the game that I'm getting. I am getting Ultra Moon, and I do just really like Necrozma. It looks to have really it looks really cool in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I think it will be really cool to fight it, catch it, and use it. And I mean, you must be insane not to like the animations in the trailers for Necrozma. Now, I know that these aren't going to be in game almost certainly, but I mean, look how slick they look. It's just amazing. Next up we have Charizard. Now, of the 2 Charizards, I do like the Mega Y a bit more, although Mega X is great, has a fantastic typing being Dragon Fire. Charizard definitely deserves it. And in Pokemon Mission Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, Charizard was the very first Pokemon I got to level 100, and that being my first game means it was my very first level 100 Pokemon of all time. And I think it is really cool Pokemon. And of course, I do like perhaps the Mega X art a bit more. I think it looks really amazing. But I mean, you can't not love Mega Charizard Y a bit, especially the shiny. That looks utterly amazing. And yeah, again in my rescue team, Charizard was amazing, and I really like the Charizard from Alakazam's team along with Trinitar. I thought they were both really cool, and I like how Charizard is scared of Ninetales. That's slightly ironic considering how Ninetales isn't that powerful compared to Charizard, but not anymore anyway. Now it's got 2 new megas, so you know, that's always funny when I see that. And that's why Charizard, the derpy little Ditto looking guy there, is my second favourite Pokemon as of right now. Now, number 1, Dialga. Yeah, I know. My logo is my favourite Pokemon. Of course it is. Why do you think it's my logo? It isn't number 1 because it's my logo. It's my logo because it's number 1. I mean, it being part of the creation trio is amazing, and it has a really cool design. And while Celebi can travel through time, Dialga's the only one who can control time. And anyone who knows me knows that I really like sci-fi, and that I really do like time travel, and anything to do with time travel, I am invested in it. And I do really like the art for Dialga. I think it is really amazing. And again, my YouTube icon is Dialga. I mean, it was even my phone background for a while. I mean, Roar of Time is the most powerful dragon type move in the entire game. Discounting Z moves, sort of, but I mean, Z Roar of Time would be the most powerful dragon type move then. And I mean, you just can't really beat Dialga. It is really amazing. Its steel and dragon typing fit it perfectly. It's just really cool. Now, this video was made possible with Dragonfly Cave, of course, as I mentioned. And please do comment down below on which icon you'd rather I use. And that's it for this video. Goodbye.